AFROTAKU Theater.
Poker boot.
You guys is gonna be all back there? Because I was gonna do this.
Yeah, AFROTAKU. Relax and take a ride with the guys at BFP. I like courtesy of the Bobby Fiasco. Lights, camera, action. I'm done, so let's go. AFROTAKU.
Hi. We are on our first episode now of the No Name Files. Tonight's special feature is our main hot star, Kurabara.
What? What? Is it on? I can't hear nothing. What are we doing again? Where's your mission? Where is it?
I know, the whole room just said what. But don't worry about it. You'll know more about this man in a few moments, because today we're going to go ahead and give you a selection of a few questions that we have for him and wondering whatever happened to that guy. As we all know, the story of Yu Hakusho is the star of mainly Yusuke, the rising star of a felon, gangster, criminal, child hitter? Anyway, he became a hero of Earth and saved it, well, numerous times, and then became a demon? But don't worry about it. That's a different story. Tonight, we get Kuwabara's story. Sidekick, friend, fellow partner in crime, I suppose. Anyway, first question for Kuwabara. We have to ask you, what has happened in your life?
Well, after the show, I went to school and whatnot. I tried to graduate, but, it really didn't work out. So I just went, just into mining. Like, I like to mine and, use the rocks and stuff, bash them and stuff. Use my spirit sword, and just get all the minerals and that stuff out, make them feel important.
And second question we have to ask you is, what's been going on since the end of the series?
Nothing been going on, man. Just been looking for odd jobs and whatnot around the city. But, I'm Kuwabara and I can do whatever.
Getting more to you, because I know you're touchy-feely about your stardom pose. But I really have to ask you is, what were you thinking in the Dark Tournament?
What I was thinking through the Dark Tournament, that's an easy question. Save everybody. God, it's like everybody he ain't still freaking short. I just want to punch his little face in, whatever. Oh, yeah. And Kurama thinks he's all cool and suave with red hair. And you're meshy. You're meshy. He's such a slacker. He's he's not a real man like Kuwabara. Yeah, I saved everybody. Even though I died. That was pretty bad.
But anyway, now I'm sure all the fans want to know. We never really, as Yusuke left after pretty much the opening season and trained with the Grandmaster Grand Genkai and learned the shotgun and spirit bomb and all that stuff. You were off doing what again? What were you doing again? Because you magically manifested a sword, and then basically you mastered being able to manifest the sword, but that was it?
What do you mean about my sword? My sword's the greatest. I can make it bigger and longer. I know that doesn't sound right over the cast or whatever, but you know what I mean. You seen me do it. I can make two of them. It's pretty impressive. But I'm just so awesome because I'm Kuwabara. And I like Yukina. Yukina! Yeah! Yukina. So get off my sword. Because I love my sword.
Sorry. I am Wilson Houston. And you're watching The No Name Files. Next week. Hey, what's up, everybody? Chilling, just
obviously it's the drink hour because we all got drinks.
Yeah, buddy.
Anyway, today's main topic is our fantasy fusions. Basically, taking one character from a different show, and maybe someone from another show, and seeing what they would be like and how often it would be for them to fuse together. You know, the whole. So I'm gonna kick it off right here. You know what I'm saying? My fancy fusion off gate when I first had the idea for this whole thing. Thank you. Is my first idea for this whole thing would be Rono Risotto and not even Ichigo, but his sword. Combining those two together, because you finally get someone who has a purpose to kill with an actual weapon that's supposed to be used to kill.
I would mix Vegeta and Kakashi because both of those guys, they will get things done until they run out of juice. So maybe together they could actually get it done. And if you don't know what I mean, the only thing with Kakashi you need to see is Kakashi versus the fourth, and any fight with Vegeta outside of Broly.
Cell. Look at Cell. That's just all. I got this in the bag and I dropped the ball. You know what I'm saying? All right, I personally have two. One hentai, one not. All right. My hentai fusion would be Tsunade fused with, what's my girl's name?
Matsumoto, I think.
Matsumoto from Bleach. Could you imagine the puppy sweaters on that lady?
Show me your boobs.
Just pew pew shoot ha Ryatsu.
Those aren't puppies anymore.
Those are full-grown dogs. Those are amazing. It's like Janessa times like 1 billion.
Oh my gosh.
Amazing. Like, my other one, because I pretty much came up with the final, would be pretty much Alucard and Karas. I would really like to see that. It would be very interesting to see actual sort of kind of demon fusing with pretty much the prince of, all things that, exist in the night. Janessa, what would be your
Y'all got all these legendary.
It's not necessarily legendary.
Mine, I want to keep it simple. Now I have 3 people in mind, so I'm gonna just do 2 separate fusions for different reasons. They'll both be fused with Komatsu from Toriko, mainly because I like his cooking skills and how he thinks and all that. So for one, purely based off of personality and attitude, I will fuse him with Hannah from Michiko Hachin. Because of how Hannah's kind of laid back, kind of like, I don't give a fuck, and all that good stuff. Every once in a while, I would like to see Komatsu like that. He's all wound up and uptight. And, just to see him laid back would be a cool fusion for me. Then on the other hand, if I had to fuse Komatsu with somebody, this is based on intelligence and wits. I would fuse him with Light Yagami. Just to see how far he would go to run the world with his cooking and stuff. Just what can I do to influence these people or get them to do this?
Probably put
based off of he would find ingredients that help control your mind and all that stuff, and create these dishes that had you doing certain things, and that way he can always judge you.
His scare would
have that
amazing.
He would have that God complex, but he has the power to do it because he has the chef skills that people want and fear and all that good stuff. But that way he could be open with it, not how when he was Kira he had to hide his identity and stuff. He could be open with it being a chef, and he'd be famous and known for it because he'll have people who follow him and love him, and then you have other people that's trying to stop him, and he probably just go to all lengths to just whatever.
Coco from Toriko and Ace from One Piece.
I don't have no clue who Coco is, but Ace is the fucking man.
That's a weird confusion.
Coco is he's basically like, okay, you know how Luffy basically got hit with the poison guy, and now he's pretty much immune to poison.
Yeah,
that's pretty much what Coco is. Coco is literally like he basically has all these poison in his body because and it's the point where basically almost all poison in the world, almost I would say 99% of all poison in the world doesn't affect him.
Wow.
And he spews it he's just chilling. He's got his tight spandex on and his headband and stuff. He's like, okay, move this off inside. I don't want to mess this up. When I murder you. Take my shirt off. Check out the pics.
Shirt off.
Okay.
Shirt off.
Poison. Just
Armor.
purpley poison everywhere. And then he's
like a poison sword.
And he's like, You know what? I don't want to get close to you. Poison.
It's funny how you mentioned Coco.
That is really awesome.
Because it's funny how you mentioned Coco because I thought of a fusion while I was filming you guys.
And I happen to be drinking cocoa.
Look at the steam.
Check the steam. Just digitally put some steam.
Just
in
like
it.
Mom used to make.
But I would fuse Coco from Toriko with Kurama from Yu Yu Hakusho.
Ooh.
All those plants, all that strategy. And you make yourself poison.
Oh man, and he's a fox. That's like icing on the cake.
Icing on a deliciously destructive cake.
That actually made me think, because you bring in Yu Yu Hakusho. What if you fused Yusuke Urameshi with current Naruto?
That's a travesty for anybody. that's dangerous for anybody. Okay. Now, these two items that you have here, you have a hothead. Really, you have two hotheads, but one hothead doesn't care at all. He will beat you. He will beat you regardless. I watched him beat a woman. He beat her. It was like he hit her and then found out it was a woman. It was like, I'm already in it now. I might as well keep going. But he hits a point where he's like, I don't know how to tap into the rest of my power. And then you have Naruto, who has the ultimate power in his entire world. He is the ultimate source of power. He's like the sun on earth. If God spit on the ground, it would be Naruto. He's just running around. You have some of my power. You got 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 some. Everybody has some of my power. Because I'm a beast like that. And if those two get together, it's like, you've wrong, my friend. I'm going to use everything I have. Because I can do that. I'm tapped into everything. I use 4 trillion% of my brain power. And I have a demon. Scratch that. 2 demons inside of me.
Exactly.
2 demons.
2 full-fledged beast demons. I will eat you.
Give us fusion battles. That's what we want. We want
Fusion battles.
Fusion battles.
I can't
Scratch that.
Domestic violence, fusion battles.
Scratch
That's
that.
what we want.
You're a BFP. You're making it wrong.
We'll do it ourselves. I animate it. And then everybody gonna voice act on it. Ha! How you like that? So
We don't want to be smug. We don't want to be smug. We're going to do that anyway, people. But we want to hear what you have to say when we don't choose it. You know what I'm saying? That's what we want.
On that note, we're gonna close out.
we're gonna go.
All right. Have a good day. We'll be seeing you next week.
Hell!
Cheers.